Yo, what's up, Stallone's fan? Welcome back to Stallone Kid. Today you're episode 9 of Stallone Network. And yeah, I thought I'd do something. I actually think I might have actually done it before my channel, but even if I did, um, I might have different opinions. And I also think Create Free came out, so we have a new one. But anyway, today I'm ranking all Rocky and Rambo movies together, ranking them all together. Stallone's two most iconic characters, Rocky and Creed, both amazing characters, both complex characters, and all amazing. And yeah, so we're gonna be talking about that. Um, so yeah, all these movies have something to them. I don't think all of them are terrible. I don't think there's not one that's terrible, but there are some cool bad ones. But there's all 14, and yes, we are gonna include the Creed movies, even Creed 3, which Stallone's not even in. So we'll see what that is. And yeah, if anyone wants to hold on. Oh yeah, one more thing. I actually finished Tulsa King a little bit ago, so I'm gonna go review on that later on somewhere else. I also plan. Well, we'll get into all that stuff later. Let's get into the ranking right now. We're already 2 minutes in. So anyway, let's get into the ranking. So yeah, number 15, 14 for me, the worst of them all. I'm actually gonna go Rocky Five. I think Rocky Five is the worst. Now Rocky Five still has something to it. I don't think it's completely terrible. And I actually make a video just about Rocky Five because it's a really complex movie. But yeah, at the end of the day, yes, it was bad. I don't know what Stallone's thing was. He even planned to kill Rocky at the end. Thank God he didn't, because that would have been terrible. And we also never got Rocky Balboa or the other Creeds, Creed 1 and 2. So yeah, I'd put it at last place. I mean, I don't think it's a terrible film, but the whole street fight stuff, the whole weird montages, which and just the route they took, and just making Rocky kind of dumb. I do not like it. It still has really great scenes, but I'd put it at the bottom of the barrel. Number 13, I have Creed 3. Now, if anyone wants to watch my review on Creed 3, I talk more about it and what I think about it, but all these other movies, even if they're to the critics or to the most movie people, think that that's not really a good film. These films are really special to me. All the Rocky and Rambos, even the ones that people say are not the best, um, all the ones above this are so special, and Creed 3 did not have that at all. Not an ounce of it. Creed 3 was just another other boxing film for me, and that's fine. I mean, but as a Rocky movie or as a Rocky universe movie, I don't think that was fine. It missed the Rocky magic. Stallone wasn't in it. It took a weird route with it being about. There's even like the final felt like I was watching anime, and it just did not. It just seemed off, and it just seemed like any other boxing film, which I still think is a good film. But the other films has something really special to them, and Creed 3 didn't have this. So yeah, but like I said, this is my personal opinion, and if you guys want to see more on Creed 3, I did make a review on it. Check that out. But now coming at number 12, I have Rambo 3. A lot of people do not like Rambo 3. I still love it. Of course, it takes even a more ridiculous, silly action route from Rambo 2. But I still liked it. It was a really fun action. Of course, not the best movie. There's not too much character stuff going on, but I did love Troutman and Rambo together fighting. That was really awesome. Just the whole movie was a really fun movie. I don't rewatch it as often. I'm more of rewatching Rambo 2 and Rambo 1 more out of the most of the Rambos, but yeah, I'm gonna put that at number 12. Anyway, number 11 may shock some people, and I have to clarify this is just my list. We all have our own personal feelings towards movies. But number, am I on 12? Let me check. 14, 13, 12, 11. I'm on 11. Is Creed, the original Creed. Now, I think this film, at the film alone, could be better than like the next 5, 7, 8 movies ahead. But, the other movies, those older Rambo and Rocky movies, has something really special to me that I feel like I should put those over it. I love Creed. I love Creed a lot. And just rewatching it recently, I still like it, but I think it comes down a bit for me. It still has Rocky and it still has the Rocky spirit, and it's nothing like Creed 3. I think there's a big gap, a huge gap between Rocky. I mean Creed 3 and Creed 1. Creed 1's an amazing film, but it's just not the type of film for me, you could say. And it's not the film I rewatched that much. and the other movies just I have a different connection with. So I'm gonna put the original Creed right there. A lot of people might think different, but that's just how I gotta go. Anyway, so where we at number 10, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. All right, number 10, I have Rambo First Blood Part 2. Rambo 2, I love this film. This is a film that I remember watching for the first time. I was like, what is going on? It was so fun. An amazing action movie. This is the film that I think really just capitalized on what people look at Rambo today, of like being this awesome action hero with the headband. Everything was awesome. It was great. It was awesome. I love the movie. I rewatch it a lot. It is just such a fun movie, and it's just so amazing. I love this. I love the soundtrack. Soundtrack's beautiful. I love this film, and I kind of feel like watching it right now after watching it, just thinking about how great that film was. I love Rambo 2. Of course, it definitely is different from Rambo 1 or First Blood. I mean, because that's more of like a character study drama. I mean, Rambo doesn't technically kill anyone in that movie. He only killed one person. It was an accident. This one, he's like freaking just with a machine gun going everywhere. Um, and hey, well, I gotta say, it was pretty awesome. So yeah, I have that at number 10. So yeah, number 9. Let's go to number 9. Number 9, I have Rambo Last Blood. And people don't like Rambo Last Blood that much. I do. And yes, I do have it over Creed, which a lot of people would be, wow, you have Rambo Last Blood over Creed. Rambo Last Blood was, I think, yeah, I believe it was my first Stallone film watching the theater. Um, it's just a film that's really nostalgic for me watching. It's really when I started getting into a lot of action movies, a lot of older movies, and that film is just something really special. I love the how Rambo acted in it. I love the final fight. It was just a great, bloody, awesome movie. And yeah, you could argue the fact it doesn't really feel like Rambo, and like, oh, that doesn't really feel like Rambo. It doesn't feel like a Rambo movie. It's more modern. It's more different. I understand that, but to me, I love it. It's great. Sylvester Stallone was awesome in it. And it's a film I just love rewatching. So yeah, I got Rambo Last Blood at number 9. All right, number 8, we got, might be another shocker, but I have Rocky 4. I love Rocky 4. It's a great film. The montages are awesome. The soundtrack, I think one of the best film soundtracks of all time, frankly, just speaking. Yeah, it probably is the best soundtrack of all time, at least for me. Um, and also Drago in it was awesome. Everything in this film was cool. But the other films, um, this film was missing more of that emotional touch, which is fine. I I think this Rocky movie, I think there should be a Rocky movie that just goes full out crazy awesome. I mean, even when Apollo Creed died, I didn't really feel sad. I just felt more like what is going on. At least my first time watching it, and even like when all the other emotional stuff happened, I didn't really feel anything to it. It was just more like because like a montage after montage, it just felt like a music video. I couldn't really wrap my hand around it. I was more like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. But one scene that Adrian and Rocky, the relationship in that, I think was the actual really emotional part. But besides that, it was just more awesome 80s action, which I'm fine with. I love it. It was great. Some of the best stuff in Rocky. But I got to put it down a little bit than the others just because of that mission, that more emotional grip to it. But, okay, what am I on now? 14, 13. Sorry, I got to remember these numbers. I think I have like earlier dementia or something. Okay, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. I'm on 8. Okay. So number 7, I have Creed 2. I loved Creed 2. So that's Stallone knocked out of the park with it. I loved it. I love how they brought Drago back in with the family the training montage. The final fight was epic. It was just an amazing film. I love this. I wish we saw more of that in Creed 3, but it was just more going its own way. And it didn't have Stallone in it, which honestly I like the way they ended Rocky's character, but like I said multiple times, the Rocky spinoff without Rocky and Stallone, I can't wrap my head around that. I just can't. So yeah, but Creed 2 is amazing. I love it. And also I think it's the first film that got me into Rocky. I mean, I remember hearing about that film. I watched it. I loved it. I haven't seen Creed 1 yet. And then after that, I watched Creed 1, and I loved Creed 1. I was like, okay, now it's time to get into all these Rocky movies. Watched Rocky 1 one night. Um, I still remember that night really well. I just a really trash small TV, a trash DVD player. I rented Rocky from the library, and I was like, oh, 1976, that's so old. At least that was old to me now, because at that time, the really old movies like from the 90s, like, oh, the 90s, that's old. So when it sells 76, I'm like, oh, this one's gonna be bad. It's gonna be like really. I thought it was gonna be black and white. I mean, I had no idea, but I watched it and I just remember, wow. I couldn't even sleep that night. I remember going in the shower, punching the water. If I was Rocky, sorry, that was a big cringe, but we all been there. Don't act like you've not been there, okay? After watching Rocky, we all know you've been there. And I remember I would play that on replay every single night. I remember when it was raining outside, downpouring. I remember I just went outside, just ran for like a mile because it just really like pumped me up for like the rest of the year because I don't think I've seen something like that. And I remember starting to work out more. And even today when I work out, I still work out from time to time. I know it doesn't look that way, but I'm working on it. Um, I always keep the Rocky back in my mind. That's always in the back of my mind. And then I went to watch Rocky 2, Rocky 3, Rocky 4, watched all the Rockies. After I finished the Rockies, I went to the Rambos, the Expendables, and then next thing you know, I'm watching every single Stallone film, all that stuff. But anyway, sorry for the whole lesson. What movie is on again? Creed 2. Yeah, great film. Okay, anyway, I forgot again. Sorry, guys. I did go on a rant there. I need to figure out where I was at. 14, 13. This is the last time, I promise. Last time. I won't calculate. I'll put it in the chat just so I know. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. I'm on 7. Okay, I'm going to put that in the chat, the private chat, so I don't forget. All right, we're on 7. All right, but now we're on number 6. Number 6. I think we're around halfway through. Well, no, we were halfway through. Number 6, Rocky 3. Rocky 3 has been growing on me a lot lately, and putting that over Creed 2. I used to have Rocky 3 under Creed 2, and I also had it under Rocky 4. But recently, that film was just amazing, man. Mr. T, the montages don't seem pushed like Rocky 4. The whole stuff with with Mickey. Sorry, I don't know how I freaking forgot his name. Sorry, dementia's really getting me early. Mickey was amazing, and his death scene was amazing. Mr. T was amazing, and it really did have an emotional part to it, and I loved it. And it's just such a great movie. The final fight, the montage was awesome. Of course, Eye of the Tiger. Love this movie with a passion. So I put Rocky 3 right at 6. And yeah, every time I rewatch Rocky 3, I like it more. Okay, now we're on number 5. Number 5, the top 5. We got Rambo or Rambo 4. Man, this film is just amazing. It's not a film I rewatch as often for obvious reasons. I mean, well, let's just look here. Maybe I don't want to see kids getting thrown in fire every day. Like, hey, watch Rambo 4. So yeah, it's a really dark film. It's a really sad film, and it's a really awesome film. And it really, I mean, I've always wanted a Rambo. Even like when I was watching the earlier Rambos, when I first started watching them, I was a big fan of Punisher. I got the poster right there. I don't know if you can see it. There, I'm a big fan of Punisher, and that's if you watch that show, you know it's gory. It's like I like those stuff where it's like action hero or like these guys that are going against evil in like awesome ways. And it gets all gory. I may feel like a psychopath there, but I evoked the 5th. But anyway, so Rambo 4. When I was watching the earlier Rambos, I'm like, this is awesome. I love them, but I really want to see like a modern day older Rambo going crazy like Punisher, and it delivered that on so much, and I loved it. And it's a film I don't rewatch as much because it's a really, even the opening stuff of the film, it's showing real clips from Burma, I think it's called, and it's like real dead bodies. So I usually watch these films with my sister, and I think I told her not to on that one, but I think she still watched it anyway, so hope she's doing well. But yeah, it's just a really, and I think that's why I like it that much. I think it's just because it's really real. It doesn't feel like an 80s action cheesy film, which I still love those, but it really took it to a big level, and I don't think a lot of films do that these days, and I respect it, and it's an awesome film. And when I do watch the film, even though I may have a little uneasy stomach about it because it's really dark, and especially with all the other stuff, it does bring into like an awesome feeling when he's on that machine gun with the 50 cal going wild. It's pretty awesome. I know I sound like a psychopath. I promise I'm not. I'm just a movie lover. Okay, we're on number 4 now. Number 4, I got Rocky 2. To this day, the most underrated sequel of all time. This film is amazing, and I see a lot of people put it down so down. They put it like I think Rocky Rickens is so down. People saying it's boring, boring. I'll tell you why it's boring. Most of you guys, hold on 1 minute. I'll tell you why it's boring. This is why it makes me mad a lot. Most of you guys are doing. Sorry, most of you guys are doing this all day. on TikTok, Instagram Reels, whatever it is, just doing all this. You have like a attention span of like 10 seconds, and that's what makes me feel mad at these people. A lot of people these days, I don't want to sound like, oh, people these days, but no, they can't even watch like a 2 hour long movie if it's not full of CGI and like Batman flying through the sky, like, or else they just lose interest. And even when like more modern, you could say, people today watches old movies, like, oh, it's so boring, and oh, like, do you need freaking Superman, like every second Superman flying through and like killing people? Like, do you really need that? Even with the new Oppenheimer movie, people are saying it's boring. Yeah, no crap, because it's a great film, 3 hours long, really good. It's a character study. I think that film's losing that these days. Film's losing that long film character study where you're focused, locked in, you're understanding the character, you understand what's going on, and it really gives you an emotional ride, and it really does what a movie should do. Nowadays, it's just like CGI, freaking Superman fighting Batman, and Iron Man comes out of nowhere. And then, oh, that is that Hulk? Like, did Hulk just fly through? Like, I don't know what the hell's going on. And I feel like this could be a really bad for cinema in the long run. But that's a whole time for another thing. I'm just saying, Rocky 2, underrated as hell. It's such an emotional thing. When I first watched Rocky 2, I thought it was better than the original. Loved it. But, after understanding the original Rocky more, I loved it even more. And that film is my favorite movie of all time, which we already know where that's going to be ranked in here. So, yeah, Rocky 2, I recommend rewatch it. Have your phone down, really lock in on it. Go in a room where it's like there's not too much people. You have headphones on, maybe at nighttime when it's more quiet, and just really understand what's going on. Understand Rocky, understand the characters, because I tell you, from the beginning to the final fight, the emotional stuff you go through is so good. Maybe it's just me, but I really feel like what Sylvester Stallone was trying to put on that screen and did it worked for me, and it was so good. I don't think it works for a lot of people. Maybe just because they're not focused as much, or maybe they just generally don't like it, and that's fine. People have opinions, but for me, oof, that film is so good, most underrated, and also it's like the closest movie to the original Rocky. All the other ones going in a different direction, which is not that bad, but. All right, number 3, I have Rocky Balboa. Love this film. Love this film. My first Sylvester Stallone film that I watched Rocky Balboa a lot as a kid. Not a lot, but like once or twice. More of the training montages on my phone. I used to watch those, and that was my first kind of like thing of Rocky. Um, and then I didn't really care about it until Creed 2 happened, and I started getting into it. But I really love that film. It's a film I still watch. Really underrated Sylvester Stallone film, and more nostalgic, and also just emotional stuff in this is amazing. So I have it number 3. Number 2, we have Rambo: First Blood. I could rant about this movie for a while. I'm gonna save the time, but I love that film. Rambo: First Blood is amazing, amazing. I love Rambo: First Blood. It is such a great movie, such a great character study, such a great thriller, and I love it too with a passion. Love Rambo: First Blood. And number 1, we already know what that bad boy is. Rocky. Rocky, Rocky, Rocky. The original Rocky, my favorite film of all time, and I still think the best film of all time. Maybe that's more opinion, but I do not care. I love that so much. I don't think I can ever get enough of it. Love it with a passion. So yeah. Anyway, there it is. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What about my opinions, or maybe your list, or just your top 5, maybe, I guess. Um, I think all films have something to it. I really do. But those ones are just my list. Of course, I just have my opinion. But yeah, I definitely need to rewatch all those movies again. Some of these films I haven't watched for a while. I need to rewatch them. But man, those films are great. Those are great. So yeah, in other news, so yes, I did finish Tulsa King. I loved it. Yeah, not the best, but I'm not gonna be all like a little critic. Ooh, it's not good. But yeah, it was good. It was great. Not great. It was good. Yeah. I'll make a review on that eventually. I don't want to do it on here. Um, but I kind of want to make it like my own video. But yeah, we'll get into that. One thing I did want to talk about though, which I didn't talk about for a while, is here, I'll just share my screen. Put on my format. Okay. Here's something. There's So let me go back here. It was this what if. So I did what if. So what if we all know what if. You guys don't know what if. It's like a Marvel series where it goes into like what if events happen differently, and there's also a famous what if Star Wars edition. People that's more YouTubers going into like what if this happened in Star Wars? What would change the franchise? There's even with Cobra Kai. There's a whole channel dedicated to what if this happened to Cobra Kai or the Karate Kid, how that changed, and no one was doing Rocky. So I thought, why not me? And I did an episode about a year ago. Crazy that was a year ago, but it was a year ago. And I said, what if Rocky never fought Apollo? It was a great video. I spent a long time on it. And I said I plan to do a lot more of these. Not just with Rocky, but with Rambo, with all sorts of other stuff. And it's been a year. So clearly I haven't. I do plan to do more. Um, and now that I finally am back doing some more Stallone videos, I want to do it. So I'm gonna work on an episode 2 eventually. I have a couple ideas. I plan to do another Rocky. I also plan to get some Rambos. And if you guys have any ideas of what I should do for what ifs, put in the comments down below. But if you have not seen this, got 1,000 views, did really good. Check this out. It was really nice. Worked pretty nice on it. Also, another thing I wanted to start continuing is this. I started see you said episode 3. I started doing a review on every Sylvester Stallone movie because I have seen every Sylvester Stallone movie 3 times in order. I've seen the Rockies at least, all Rockies together are at least 200. It's in the 200s, maybe 150, but around there. But so yeah, I did all of them. I even did Capone. This was before. I think it was like a mafia movie. I think I will continue this, because I want to review every single Sylvester Stallone movie. So I'll continue that as well. A lot of stuff I do want to continue. But yeah, haven't posted for a month. At least if you're not including my live streams. I did 2 Stallone Networks a couple days ago. And I finally got the thumbnails on there. They didn't have thumbnails, so I got the thumbnail. But yeah, I will try to continue those. And yeah, I want to keep trying to grow this channel, do my best I can. Because there's a lot of stuff I want to do on here, a lot of incomplete business that I plan on doing on here. And I took a big break on it, of course, from my main channel, which I don't know if this one right here, Cobra Kai Karate. And even that, I'm not posting on that much. You can see my last video was 2 weeks ago, a month ago. But I am trying to take the Stallone stuff more. I'm also trying to bring my Cobra Kai up more. And I have a lot of channels that I do. Maybe it'd be easier just to do it on one channel, wouldn't be so hectic, but I also have a sports channel. If you guys are interested in sports, you can check that out. I go live every Friday on there, where we talk about sports, mainly football, a little bit of basketball as well. One more thing, just as we're on the topic, I also have an edit channel where I edit videos, noise edits, and I also have a music channel where I do play guitar. I do a little singing. I'm not the best at it, but I do try. At least I say I try to sing. Sorry about that. So yeah. Oh yeah. One more thing about this. I actually did a Rambo Last Blood cover, which I think I should probably post on the Stallone Kid channel as well. I learned Rambo Last Blood on the piano because it's a beautiful song. It's called Sunset, where it was the last scene of Rambo, where Rambo passes away. I don't know if he did actually pass away. Because it shows him like get up and go on a horse. So I don't think Rambo actually even died in Rambo Last Blood. But this is it. So yeah, here it is. The song was really hard to learn because it was really hard to find. Because this song is not like a popular song. It was a one kind of scene. This is also played in a Rambo 4 actually, when he was standing over after the whole thing happened. He's standing there, hand on shoulder, bleeding, looking down at Sarah. I think that was her name. So this has been around for a while. So yeah, it's a really good song. Yeah, I got the privilege to learn it and play it. It was really hard to find the keys and the notes to play that, but I think I might actually repost this on my Stallone channel because, yeah, but But anyway, I just wanted to show you all my other channels to show you guys why I may not post as much because I am also very busy on these channels. But you guys interested in Karate Kid Cobra Kai, check out this. That's definitely my biggest channel, the one I put a lot of work into. And yeah. But anyway, I'll stop the self promo. But yeah, that's about all I have for this Stallone Network. Next Stallone Network, I will hold on. Let me just take that off. There you go. Next network. I will do my review on Tulsa King. I finished it. I liked it. I'll do that, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. But I don't really have too much I need to add. This is more a short one, and I think there will be a couple more short ones because we don't get that much big Stallone news. I kind of covered that in episode. I covered a lot in episode. What was it? So this is 9. So episode 7. So if you guys want to see you guys haven't heard of the recent news, or you guys want to hear more what I think about the recent news, go look back at episode 7. That's where I talked about all sorts of stuff, because that's when I took a year break off this podcast, came back on. There's a lot to cover. I probably should have waited a while and didn't bring it back on. That probably would have been more smart, but I did it all in one episode. And then last episode, I did a tier list of every single Stallone movie. That was fun. If you guys haven't seen that, you can check that out. This one I ranked all the Rocky and Creed movies. So next Monday, I'll think of something else to do, unless Arthur's news. But that's about all I have for today. I'll see you guys next week. I plan to make more videos. If it doesn't happen this week, well, I'm sorry. Either mean I got busy or just stuff happened. I will say I'm going to go on vacation for about a week in August, and maybe when started there, my fault. Maybe when why can't I say that word? Okay, sorry. I'm gonna say it really slowly. Maybe when I am on vacation, I will work on a couple videos there, because there'll be no Wi-Fi there, so I can just start working on a lot of videos there. I mean, maybe all the Wi-Fi distracts me. I do go on YouTube a lot, watch a lot of videos. Just today, I was watching some ghost hunting videos. Pretty awesome. Probably fake, but I don't care. It was entertaining. Anyway, I'll end this now. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next week. Always remember, keep punching. Peace. Okay, where's my outro? All right, there we go. Peace.